Hey guys, this is Alex from 4C Trading, and today we will talk about a new listed project, MANTRA DAO, or OM for short. And as you can see it, I am actually charting it on Uniswap, and I gotta give some love to whoever created chartex.pro, because this program is absolutely fabulous. You can finally chart any Uniswap given coin, right? So yes, I know there's also uniswap.vision, but it takes absolutely forever for them to list all of these coins so you can follow them. So somebody came out and created this sort of a tool, which is basically a copy of TradingView, but you can actually see all the coins that are being traded on Uniswap at all times, right? It maybe is a little bit of a lagging behind the true real time, right? But it doesn't matter because you can finally see how the price is moving, how the chart is seeing, right? Everything. So yeah, it's combined together with Uniswap. It's a pretty nice tool and a really good upgrade. So if you guys are trading, any of those coins on Uniswap, now you can finally do some charting with the help of this, right? So yes, back to this. I am talking about MANTRA DAO, the coin that has been listed like 2 days ago. I think it was like last night. Oh yeah, it was on 18, so yeah, only 1 day ago. And it's quite bullish, and it has quite. I mean, I've checked out their Telegram a little bit. It has quite a hype, and they also been listed on Poloniex, BitHump. You also can stake on Bitcoin for like 90% per year, which is quite substantial again, right? If you manage to get in, I think you can still do it till like 26th of August or something like that. So, anyways, speaking of the price here, right? I was actually observing this price because, given all the stances of bullishness and everything, maybe this can still fly, right? And for right now, for me, I would like to be seeing it first touch in this area. I would really like to see it first touch in this area, and this can, unfortunately, if you're trading it on Uniswap, this might happen overnight, right? I mean, not I'm gonna say overnight, but you have to follow it all the time because you don't actually see where the orders are stacked, right? So if you're going to trade this coin, I actually recommend Poloniex or BitHump if you're gonna check the price, and then if you're gonna be a lot next to your computer, you can just check the price there and follow it, and then buy it on Uniswap, right? Works that as well. These coins lately are quite hot when it comes to them, because I mean it's bull times, right? And this Uniswap plays, they really do net you big gains over the time, right? So what I was thinking about doing on this coin, right? So I was maybe thinking if it would touch this, right, recheck this, I would actually go in and buy quite heavily in this area. I mean, by heavily, I don't mean that a lot. We will still be keeping the same stances of risk that we always do, right? With the stop loss, I would then in that case be putting stop loss right underneath here, and actually I would be putting stop loss quite tight because it is still 9%, but on the graph chart it looks tight, right? I would be putting it quite tight, like 9%, because I do think if it's going to do something like this, it has to touch, fill, and basically go, right? You have no maneuvers left on this chart after this one, right? The thing for that is why you have that nothing left, because it's basically the second rejection point, right? So if a second rejection point can only give you that small pullback, and it has to do from the bullish continuation from the most obvious spot, right? Or for the very next spot that is available to you, has to do a bullish continuation, or it can potentially die and you get stuck in a position that you don't really want to be, right? You don't want to be in a losing position at the end of the day. I'm not sure if they got any more exchanges coming up. I'm not sure, because that would also be pretty bullish about them. But so far I'm hearing nice things. They're doing nice things. They're working towards community, so that also adds benefit to my trade as well, right? But I'm not exactly a strong FA guy, right? I don't usually do fundamental analysis. I only try to follow the chart. And in this case, I also try to follow the hype, right? Because where there is hype, there's usually money involved as well, right? So this trade could potentially last a couple of days. The thing is, so when it gets filled on here, your first profit target is going to be right on top, like we always said, right? It's about 26% move for the first target, which is pretty good. You don't have a crystal ball. You don't know if it's going to moon anything any harder or any higher, right? If it's going to break at the high or anything. Now the second profit target in this case, we will have to go like we usually do with a trailing stop. But since this is Uniswap, you can't afford a trailing stop, right? So then I did some Fibonacci analysis, which I can't do in this chart, right? Because it's gonna be too complicated of a process, right? I did it on other tools, and I've came to the target, which is about on 71 cents. 71 cents would be my next target, and that is 73% raise on the entire coin movement, right? And at that point onward, I will sell most of my position and only be left with about 10% of position, right? And that last 10% of position, I won't actually set a target for it, maybe $1. I'm really not gonna set a target for it. I'm just gonna try to follow it, and if I miss it because I'm not gonna be next to a computer and it's gonna go up and then retrace that down, fine, I'm gonna get stopped, right? I'm not gonna get the maximum profit, but you can't always capture all these trades, right? But there's also possibility it's gonna pull a big one like $1.50, $1 something, right? And you get those gains. And if you're only risking 10% at the end of the day, 10% of the entire trade, it's not that much, right? It's not that much. You can afford to play with that, especially if you already capture 73% move on the coin, right? So yes, that would basically be my plan for MANTRA DAO. I'm definitely going to play it if something like this happens, right? If it just dies now off, I'm not gonna touch it. But if something like this happens, then I will. And so far we got a little pump here. We'll see if it's gonna happen. And yeah, don't forget to like the video, guys. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Telegram, or come to our channel, say hello. We are always doing their analysis as new trades. And yeah, we'll be seeing each other in the next one.